Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Here I am, sitting right where I was when the Indiana Fever defeated the Atlanta Dream in Game 2, a must-win game for Indiana. No, I haven't been sitting here the whole time, so just totally transfixed with the joy of the victory. I decided to come back here instead of going down to the office right here where I have the anointed towel right here with me. All right, we're here with the anointed towel that does all the waving during the games, the live streams. And right here where we've got the t-shirt, no Howard, no, but not too much of that last night because we were on this side. Okay, Howard, okay. And more specifically, okay, team. Okay, so we're going to get down to some things about this win. Before I do that, let me just pause for a moment and say happy Constitution Day for you. I thought about wearing my We the People shirt today. I just hold on to it, but happy Constitution Day. God bless America. And yes, God bless the Indiana Fever. Once again, this was a must-win game. And I have to start by saying this, something I have emphasized so many times. People have counted this team out. People have wanted this team out. People have trashed this team. And yet people have loved this team. And in Cambridge and in our home here and many homes around there, people were cheering for the Indiana Fever, excited to have a home playoff game, which they had not had in like a decade. And Indiana did not disappoint. This might be the most complete game I've seen this team play. No, it wasn't the most points in the game. That's not what I mean. I mean the most complete game, meaning from end to end with very little lapses. Understand that Atlanta is the number 2 defensive team in the league. So for us to have 77 points as opposed to maybe 100 or 90 that we wanted to see, again, Atlanta is the number 2 defensive team. But holding Atlanta to 60 points in this playoff game, and remember, even in game 1, the game Indiana lost but could have won, Atlanta didn't shoot a great percentage then either. The defense, I just got to go thumbs up to the Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever played not with desperation, that's the wrong word, but with urgency. Desperation will cause you to play not to lose. Urgency will cause you to play to win. So speaking of the Dream's 60 points, I saw this on X. Atlanta Dream lowest postseason point total since 2013. You have to credit this to Indiana's defense. Ryan Howard, and I'll get to the box score, scored 10 points. Previous game, 20 points. Alicia Gray, not much of a factor there. And that's not just because she was off both games. It's Indiana's defense. Okay, before we even get to the box score, let's just take a look at some of the things that went down in this game. Let's go over to X. And of course, all the links will be in the description of this video. When your number is called, be ready. Stay ready. Whether you play 5 minutes, whether you play 25, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. When your number is called, be ready. Isn't that right, KK? Isn't that right, Rook?
From the Fever. Pam, before the game, you asked Steph White, how are you doing this? She looked at you and said, the core group has been resilient and flexible. Most importantly, she said, we need...
Right, Kelsey Mitchell? Oh, the love from Tyrese Halliburton. Come on, somebody. What you say? What you say there, AB? AB says, My coach keeps telling me she wants me to take about 2 to 3 3-pointers a game. I got you one right here.
Those opportunities as the defense is.
What I love about that is Aaliyah Boston stepped into the guard on the inside of us. She kept the follow through hanging. She kept the wrist hanging. All right. And what about those 5 points in the last 9 seconds of the third quarter? What about it? I'll show you.
Back to Boston. Mismatch against Ali. Who else? Mitchell. Lexi Hall. There we go. To win.
My goodness, that crowd was on fire. So congratulations to this team for, like I said, what may be the most complete game I've seen this team play. And it could not have come at a more opportune moment. So let's go take a look at the box score on ESPN.com. But then we got to come back and talk a little bit of controversy that took place during the game. Atlanta 60, Indiana 77. When you look through the points, they had 2 players in double digits, and that would be Tahina Paopao with 11. But those 11 points really aren't indicative of her having great play or anything. It was at the end of the game, she got what they call garbage time when Atlanta pulled the starters and stuff. So she ended up getting a couple threes, 3 threes in the game, 11 points. They also got 10 points from Ryan Howard. Previous game, she had 20. She was 3 for 9 from the field. And, she likes to shoot threes. She's 0 for 4 from 3. The team is negative 24 with Ryan Howard. And then you had Alicia Gray. She had 9 points, shooting 4 of 16 and 1 for 4 from 3. No wonder she was frustrated, which we're going to get to in that controversy. So that's about all I'm going to go through here. Nobody else in double digits and 60 points. And also the team shot 37.9% from the field, 26.3 from 3, and 50% only from the free throw line. You go to Indiana, how many players in double digits? You had 1, 2, 3 players in double digits. We got Kelsey Mitchell leading the way with 19 points, shooting 6 of 13, 4 of 8 from 3, and 4 assists as well, 2 steals and a block. You got 15 points from Aaliyah Boston on 7 of 12 shooting, also with 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and then 12 points from Natasha Howard to go along with 5 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 5 of 8. And then we go to KK with 9 points, shooting 3 of 3 from the field, had 3 rebounds. And then we got 7 from Lexi, who plus 19 with Lexi on the floor. Totally Lexified. I've got a video to do by itself about Lexi, about the end of that third quarter. Make sure you check that out. 5 rebounds also from Lexi, 1 assist. She had 5 personal fouls. That's going to come. I'm going to talk about that when I talk about her in a separate video as well. And speaking of Aaliyah, she had 2 personal fouls. They were pretty quick in the game. Anyway, so yeah, Lexi with 7, and then we got 5 from Odyssey. She was 1 for 10. She did not have a really good game, but she did have 4 assists. Then we got 4 from Bree Turner, who played a huge game. Shout out to Bree Turner. In fact, when I'm done with this, I got to show you a huge play from Bree Turner. Her defense is so helpful. 4 points, but she got 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block, plus 10 with Bree Turner. 3 points from Shea Petty, and 2 rebounds and an assist and a steal from her. 3 points from Ariel Powers. Only 3 points, but she brings an energy and intensity. She got 7 rebounds. She fires. She's a fireball. And I think I got everybody covered. Who scored. Bree Hall got in at the end of the game. So yeah, I think we got everybody covered here. Indiana shot 42.9% from the field, 42.1 from 3, 100% from the free throw line. After the last game, I was talking about how many Free throws the team missed, 15 for 15, 100%. We need more of that. So as you can see, Indiana took care of business, won the first quarter 20-14, tied the second quarter 15-15. Third quarter kept Atlanta to 15 again and scored 24. And then in the fourth quarter, even with having the starters out of the game, Indiana 18-16 against Atlanta. Great win, must win. Now back to Atlanta to get game 3.
In game 1, Greg, good job to take the rebound away from Sims.
Now let me just scroll through the Indiana Fever's X account, just a quick scroll through to see some of the excitement. It's going to scroll through without any sound. On fire. On fire. Freddie's on fire. Team's on fire. Let's go. Tyrese Halliburton on fire. Announcers on fire. KK on fire. Fans on fire. Stephanie White looking calm here, but definitely on fire. AB on fire tonight. Locker room on fire. Look at the bench. On fire. I think that might be enough. Now let's talk a little bit about some controversy that took place and had to do with Allisha Gray. Now, I've always spoken well of Allisha Gray. I think she seems to be a sweetheart. She's definitely a baller. She's got that country accent, kind of makes her likable. Like I said, she's a baller. I've done a couple videos talking about her and how I like Allisha Gray. But she got into some kind of altercation with a fan. That fan ended up being escorted out and then at some point brought back in. Apparently, there are people who are thinking like, oh my goodness, it's that fan base. You know how that fan base is. And somebody even posted this. Players should not have to go through this and then a broken heart. This is the guy, I guess, being escorted out. Players should not have to go through this. The question is, what is this? For the fan to be brought back in tells me that whatever it was he said didn't merit him being kicked out of the game. Fans shouldn't go through this. I don't know. I wasn't there sitting next to the dude, but I've seen a couple things or a few things on social media that say that he called her a flopper. Now, nobody is going to advocate, especially not me, for someone threatening someone or demeaning them as women or as human beings or anything like that. But I'm hearing out there that he called her a flopper. Please tell me that we're not kicking fans out for calling a player a flopper or yelling at times air ball or booing when someone said, please tell me that we're not going there. And so no player should have to be treated like this. What, like a fan calling you a flopper or fan booing you or something? Listen, again, nobody's going to tolerate anybody being threatened, that kind of thing. But just talking fan type trash, like if he said flopper, guys, like we need to do better. We need a better use of our resources in terms of what you're asking security to do. And I didn't know she was a flopper, but after this, like watching this series, like she really seems to be a flopper. So that's what he said. Come on. So of course the talk is to take away from Indiana's having this playoff game at home and winning the game and try to get people distracted and all of that. Let's just play basketball. All right. If a fan calls you a flopper, just keep it moving. I think what we saw there, and again, I don't know what he said. I'm just going by what I've heard. I don't know what he said. But whatever it wasn't enough to keep him out of the game. They brought him back in. Here's the thing. Allisha Gray was frustrated. And because she was so frustrated, she had less patience for being heckled or whatever you want to call it. She didn't have a good first game. She didn't have a good second game. They really wanted to get this game. Obviously, everybody wants to win. Emotions get high. So my guess is that she got frustrated. She was kind of like looking like she was like, kind of like pouting or whatever. So it happens. You want to win, but let's just play and move on. And let's please not try to denigrate and cast aspersions on our entire fan base because somebody taunted somebody who's playing the game of playing basketball. This will not take away from how big this win was for the Fever. Such a good win, obviously a needed win. And then on Thursday, tomorrow, back to Atlanta. And it is, again, this time for both teams, an urgent situation. I believe the Fever can get it done because I believe the Fever could have won had the officials not inserted themselves, could have won game one, even though Fever didn't shoot well in game one. Neither did Atlanta, right? So there's that. And the officials made their way in. And it could have been, as I said in my video before game one, I believe if Indiana could have stolen game one at Atlanta, then Indiana would have come back to Cambridge and won and swept the series. I did a whole video on that. And it kind of makes you go, man, because if they could have gotten past that game one, we would be talking about the next round at this point. We're not. We're here where we are. And now they've got to go steal one. Got to steal one. And I believe they can do it. And I'm here for it. I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly. Let's go, Fever.